Hello, and welcome to Iacon Underground Radio for the week of July 12th, 2017. I'm Jen.
I'm Alex.
And I'm David.
We have some various bits of news this week, and then we will be discussing the latest issue of Optimus Prime number 9. So let's get on with that. To begin with, unfortunately we learned this week that Wally Burr, who was the voice director of the original Transformers series, has passed away. Now the good thing is he was in his 90s, so it's not like, he passed on before his time. He had a good long life, he had a good career. Lots of stories out there about working with him.
He had a stroke last year and apparently was not recovering from it, so...
yeah. That'll do it. But, yeah, it's sad news. I guess we're sort of getting to the point now where everyone is old.
Yeah.
But, admittedly, we're going to be doing an episode for Patreon talking about a movie in which Michael Keaton plays a character, one of whose two defining traits is being old. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Wally Burr's funeral, they have booked the church for 8 hours, and apparently they will be insisting on filling all 8 hours with eulogies.
Wow.
Going to heck for that joke.
Oh, I get it. I think.
Yeah, there are a lot of stories out there about working with him, from all various G1 people. So yeah, that's sad. In other news about also old things from the 80s, they have released pictures of the upcoming San Diego Comic-Con set, which is going to tie into the whole Revolution thing that IDW has been doing. So there's a Jetfire, which is just barely a redeco of, the Jetfire from classics. I was gonna say from a few years ago, but how old is that toy now?
3 years maybe? It's maybe, yeah. Maybe 4, I don't know, it's a bit ago, but not that a bit ago. Yeah, because it's whatever was before Combiner Wars, I think.
Is it the leader class Jetfire? I was thinking the like classics, the smaller one, but I guess that is the leader class one.
Is it a leader or was it yeah, I guess it was a leader.
The 2014 one was a leader, yes.
Okay.
And I guess that helps to justify the box's $100 price tag.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of other stuff
at it. Yes. Just didn't know if, compared to the other toys in the package, if he was that big, but I guess he is. The other toys in the package being Matt Tracker from Mask, and this is new comic Matt Tracker, so everybody's all upset that they've taken away one of the terribly few generic white guy protagonists and made him a black guy. That comic is apparently by Brandon Easton, who hopefully is doing better with that than he did with that one Transformers one-shot he did that was just about how Hot Rod is terrible. It's just shitting on Hot Rod. But,
I'm particularly amused at how the comic's been running for, 6 months, a year now?
Mm-hmm.
Almost a year.
And just now is the outrage?
Yeah, well, now there's a toy. I do kind of feel like maybe that particular segment of fandom had already written off the comics, but now that there's a toy...
Well, first you're bringing up the possibility that there's a Mask fandom. Second, if there is a Mask fandom, this is actually the same Matt Tracker toy that came out like 5 years ago, just with a different head.
Ah.
Yeah, so if you really cared about Matt Tracker, you'd already have a toy with a white guy's head.
There was the one in the G.I. Joe line.
Yeah. It's the same toy.
I completely forgot about that on account of, really.
Well, yeah. But he's not important in this. ROM! New ROM toy!
Okay, well, we'll go in order of, least important. That's why I was, I guess if I was doing least important to most important, I would go Action Man.
Yeah.
Leoric from Visionaries, however, I would totally write, a modern take on Visionaries, cause it's all, high fantasy magic stuff.
God, Visionaries.
High fantasy magic future science.
There is Roadblock from G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Man, should've been that swole lady from G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that would have been neat, but it's and it's Roadblock with mutton chops and not his usual facial hair, which is slightly odd.
Isn't it normally no facial hair?
Doesn't he have you?
At this point, when I think Roadblock from G.I. Joe, I just think The Rock, so.
Kinda.
Yeah, that's fair. I just think of, a Sunbow model black guy with no hair, occasionally rhyming for no good reason. For the same reason Blaster occasionally rhymed for no good reason. And then Matt Tracker, I guess, would probably come after Roadblock because, and a Dire Wraith, and then Rom! Yay! There's little G.I. Joe scale Rom. He looks all boxy and silver.
Yeah, his chest looks overly boxy. It's more the old comic design than the new design.
Yeah.
Well, the new design is kind of the old design, streamlined.
Yeah.
More Iron Man-ed.
And then what I think is the most important part is a bunch of teeny tiny Micronauts. Because I like teeny tiny things. They're tiny, Mighty Max size Micronauts.
They're little, happy. Smaller than an inch miniatures, just barely painted figures, and there's an itty bitty Baron Karza that I want.
Yes! Teeny tiny everybody. It's pretty great.
To go on a tangent, speaking of teeny tiny things, I wish they'd bring back World's Smallest Transformers.
Yeah, that was a fun series.
That Ravage was so good.
I will say that I am disappointed that unless this is just a mock-up for better photography, I'm very disappointed that Leoric does not have actual holograms.
It may just be a mock-up. I don't know. I would hope at least his staff would have a hologram or something.
Yeah, cause that was the whole thing, is they had hologram stickers on them.
Yeah, that really seems like what they should do, but I feel like it's holding out hope to think that they're just doing the different version to make sure it actually photographs well for the stock photography, but
yeah,
it's plausible.
I'm
not holding my breath.
Back in the early 90s, I read a very interesting Marvel Age article about how they make those hologram art. How they make the art for those hologram pictures. This, of course, tying into the big X-Men storyline that had holograms on the covers. But it's very interesting, but it certainly seemed like something you could probably manage to do for, an exclusive set. But yeah, that is, honestly, I would say that $100 for that really, with convention exclusive prices being what they are is really not that bad. I don't have it, but it seems like it's really not that bad. And then I just keep clicking through Entertainment Weekly's photo gallery until I get to Ian McKellen and Edna Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, they are not in the set. That would be, interesting.
A liter's $40. Any one of those G.I. Joe scale figures, probably $10 with the accessories. So that's basically the cost of the set before you even get to the Micronauts.
Yeah. And you get all these little tiny Micronauts. They're so cute. Also on the subject of convention things.
Wait, did we even say Action Man?
I said Action Man.
Okay.
We said he cared about him least.
Yes. He was the David! Fingers.
Yes.
Right. Cut this part out.
Edit point.
Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Ooh, there's a tiger cub at the National Zoo.
Neat. Did you see the hippo reunion at the Cincinnati Zoo?
I did not. That baby hippo is so good.
Back to news.
Okay. Yes, in the, that's the sad thing, in the rundown of, least to most interesting, Action Man would have to go first.
I'd care more about Action Man if they went the route the Venture Brothers went and said, no, he is absolutely the character from the David Bowie song.
I would say I would probably care about Action Man some if I was British, but even then I get the impression that probably still not that much. I am only really familiar with him from, the couple half-hearted attempts Hasbro has made at bringing that line over here, and also Max Steel. Which Max Steel got a movie not that long ago, and I don't know. The point is, Action Man, kinda British G.I. Joe thing.
Wait, Action Man and Max Steel aren't the same thing?
No.
I mean, yes, but no.
Max Steel was basically Mattel's Action Man.
Oh, okay.
And now you know. I mean, you might have thought that Ken was Mattel's Action Man, but no, actually, it was Max Steel.
I feel like there's a way to do Action Man that they haven't tried that they ought to.
How is that?
Instead of it just be, this is probably actually a terrible idea, market research-wise, but instead of it just being, okay, a handful of villain figures and then just different versions of Action Man. Here's Night Attack Action Man. Here's other Batman release Action Man. Instead, it's Action Man, Action Woman, Action Monkey, Action Horse.
So it's like a Superman line, then.
Yeah, instead of being Batman, go with Superman.
The Super Horse. Yeah, so it's like a British spy, James Bond Jr. sort of thing. The toy does have exceptional hair, though. I have to say that.
And also, holy crap, someone else remembers James Bond Jr.
Yeah, it was on, around the same time as Exo Squad.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's why I saw commercials for it. Okay.
Yeah, it's a thing that you saw commercials for around the same time as Exo Squad.
Yeah, while I was watching Exo Squad.
Yes, man. Exo Squad. We could do that between, Stasis Pod seasons or something, watch some Exo Squad. Anyway, on to other convention-related news. The Hall of Fame nominations for this year are live. Those you go to your fan site of choice, or all of them, and go ahead and do nominations. I know I usually do them at the TF Wiki, which you have to actually go in and put it in there in the wiki code, last I checked, which is always
you have to learn
fun.
how to edit, which is surprisingly easy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that my contributions to the TF Wiki have thus far consisted entirely of the nominations for the Hall of Fame, and I think at one point I may have added an Oxford comma somewhere.
I think mine at this point are primarily trollish redirects.
Yeah, that works. That works too.
I did a couple of fact-checking on people comparing things to anime.
Ah.
No, Nanoha hadn't come out at that point. You can't make that joke.
I have to be careful because my mind veers too easily into headcanon, and then that's not acceptable. So, to the subject of things that piss off racists, they have cast the male lead for the Bumblebee movie, and it's gonna be a black kid. Yay!
Yay.
Is that George or Jorge? It's Jorge.
Well, his last name is Lendeborg, so your guess is as good as mine.
I will wait until I hear someone who knows more about these things pronounces it, and then I will pronounce it the way they do. But, I mean, that's something that there's not a whole lot of information about yet. I guess it still confirms the whole push about it being, a very sort of tween-centered cast. But, that's fine. Do a kids movie. I mean, it's Bumblebee. It is pointed out that he is in Spider-Man Homecoming, but he is not actually anyone you have noticed. He was just some blink and you'll miss him person hanging around.
Yeah.
So
he was Jason, also credited as Midtown High School student number 1.
Yeah,
So, that guy in the background of a scene, probably in the cafeteria where there were most of the kids.
Lots of kids. Excellent hair. It's big. I have boring hair. I hate boring hair. Other news. We have, I guess I'll continue on the movie theme for a moment and mention that Shia LaBeouf is in trouble. Because I guess he's Transformers news.
Okay, tangential, he was in 3 movies, and he was the face of Transformers for 3 movies.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's as much Transformers news as Wally Burr is, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like the write-up about it on Daily News, which is where New York Daily News, which is where I looked at it. It mentions that he was arrested and charged with public drunkenness, disorderly conduct, and obstruction early Saturday in Savannah, Georgia, after no one in the downtown area would give him a cigarette. Wow, okay. Then also, he said some really racist stuff at the police station, and that was not cool, dude. Not cool. I will not. Yeah, that's sad because he was doing so well with the whole president thing.
Yeah.
The whole protest, but
he got arrested during that too.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything aggressively racist during that.
True. Also, I want to call attention to his spectacular hair.
Yeah. It's hard to describe. It's a very 80s haircut that kind of looks good on him, but it looks very 80s. Mullety.
It's like AC Slater and Mullet Superman had a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Why Shia? Why? So that's his drama. I guess he will always provide us with drama.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
He is a Disney Child Star alumni, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess he was in some Disney stuff. I don't know. I don't know about Disney stuff.
At least he hasn't, officially beaten up people that we know of, unlike Marky Mark.
This is true.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Marky Mark is a bad person. Then he tried to get it off his record. That's dude, no. Don't do that. That's not cool.
If you want it off your record, give that guy $1 million.
Yeah. But, yeah, so last bit of news that we have for this week is that, so this Flame Toys company, which came to public attention earlier for having a toy that looked for all the world like a third-party drift toy, except apparently it's licensed.
Yeah, it has the Hasbro logo and web pages and everything. And I don't think the Drift toys actually come out yet. But it's non-transforming, overly complicated. Like, there's like 50 different parts in his leg to make his knee bend look really awesome.
So now there are pictures of their second toy, which is going to be Tarn.
What?
Oh, man. It looks really good.
On the one hand, holy crap, super good looking Tarn. On the other hand, non-transforming version of a character who has a fairly significant trait of addicted to transforming.
Yeah, that's a good point.
How many times can you remember Tarn actually transforming in the comic? I can only think of one at the last battle before he died.
On the other hand, it was a plot point that he was like, having people killed to get replacement transformation cogs.
Yeah, I kind of remember that being a thing, but it's like, I mean, even in More Than Meets the Eye, where people didn't transform that often, he transformed even less than other people.
I mean, once, so that's more than Rodimus so far.
No, Rodimus transformed, when they first got Megatron at least, and they were driving around on one planet.
Okay.
And Megatron was relaying him information. I think there was a point earlier. Rodimus has transformed 2 or 3 times. It's more than Tarn.
Well, Tarn has definitely transformed a couple times before that. But
anyway, Tarn toy,
maybe it's like when Megatron forcibly made it so Trailcutter couldn't get drunk anymore. This is just his intervention. This is Tarn's intervention.
Maybe.
So yeah, I'm curious whether this is just like, I mean, it appears to be a Chinese company. I'm wondering if they, they wanted to make third-party style toys, but they had the great idea that like, hey, what if do you think we could like ask for the license? Like,
yeah, it's like, why hasn't it happened before? Or maybe they're like a conglomeration of people who designed third-party toys, and it's like, what if we just ask Hasbro? Start a different company? Oh, it worked! Yay!
That's sort of a thing that we've touched on before, is that the decent, the I guess, grayest area third-party stuff is the stuff that Hasbro just would not do, and that would be the stuff that you could, basically be a company that they license extra fancy collectible toys that turn into electric chairs, and
the extra fancy part is, how expensive is this gonna be? Or how big is... I'm not sure if we even know how big the Drift is supposed to be. Like, Voyager, Leader?
If it doesn't transform, it could be fairly small. I mean, I say fairly small, but that I'm saying like,
There's so many parts in the Drift legs and in the GIFs they've shown of how he moves. Really articulated in so many
I'm
parts.
almost expecting like the 6th scale people figures.
Ooh, like the Hot Toys?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Hot Toys.
Oh wait, actually,
Someday I will
there's a
win
picture.
The lottery and get some Hot
When the
Toys.
GIFs you can see somebody's hand, but it's like, how big is that hand? So
how large
it's at least
is
bigger
that person?
Bigger than Deluxe, I'd guess Voyager size, maybe?
Yeah, so that'd be about in the 10-inch-ish range.
And there's another arrangement that could explain this. It could be that one of the Chinese prototyping engineering houses that Hasbro already works with on a regular basis is like, okay, we want to do this kind of figure of one of your characters as a project. We'll pay for the tooling ourselves. We'll pay for the engineering ourselves. We just want to be able to do it. And Hasbro's like, we send you enough business. Fine.
Yeah.
Do it legally.
Yeah. I mean, licensing for Hasbro stuff like that is only so, I mean, they're going to be a little bit vigilant about it, but they're probably not going to be extraordinarily fussy. So, they seem willing, just going by the comics and stuff, they seem to be willing to give licensees leeway to do artistic things of artistic merit. And I would say that, with mechanical design as an art, has artistic merit. So yeah, I will be very interested to see how much that stuff ends up, what the price point ends up being.
Mm.
I am expecting a price tag that has at least 3 numbers before the decimal point.
Yeah.
Same. Oh man, it's gonna be like that Unicron lamp.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
that's...
my god, the Unicron lamp! I want that. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Why? Anyway. The point is, Unicron lamp. So that is it for the news. Shall we go ahead and move on to our comic for the week?
Sure.
Yeah, let's.
Alright. So yeah, we have Kei Zama back on art duties.
Awesome.
Yay! No offense to those doing the art in between, but oh my god, it's so, it's, there are people you're going to have trouble filling in for, and she is one of them.
And Josh continues to do an awesome job on colors, as he has been for the entire run.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we get some very, there are some moments, I would have been very disappointed if, she hadn't gotten to do this issue, considering, what's going on with it, and,
The main character.
some of the accessories involved. So yes, and it is, continues being, John Barber on scripts. And yeah, this one hits you in the gut, man. This is pretty harsh. But yes, this is about Sideswipe this time, the whole issue. No B story here. But yeah, it has him, they save him. And, he talks to RC, they go to Cybertron to run into Sunstreaker, and RC and Sunstreaker basically convince him that, things are okay. The war is over. We can move on from, even though, all some of us really know or are good at is fighting, it's time to move on from that. And then it ends with him figuring out what's going on, is that basically Sunstreaker and RC were doing this through like a mental projection thing to tell him it's okay to let go and die. So man.
I feel like I had a different experience than most people did with this.
Mm-hmm.
I started off just going, wait, they ruled out Sideswipe waking back up. This is a cheat.
Mm.
And then at the end it's like, oh.
Yeah. Well, even beyond, before that, they say Wreck-Gar's head is flying into space. Next page we see Wreck-Gar with the body again.
Yeah, I did. That did occur to me too.
I should have put that together.
So one note, just as an aside, is that on Cybertron, Sideswipe has his bandolier and his great big gun with a random black and yellow checkerboard pattern on the side for no reason.
Yes.
Yay! G2 style Sideswipe always makes me happy. But yeah, I mean, there's little stuff like that. But I do think it's interesting that, we have a story like this with this sort of, mental projection thing. And then that's also going to be going on until All Are One. So it's sort of thematic.
Mm.
But, I have to say, here's the thing, is I feel like, no offense to More Than Meets the Eye and Lost Light, but I kind of feel like so much of that kind of thing has been happening with that lately. That, you know, the like, oh, it's okay. Damn it. Okay. Wait a second. My cat just did something very bad. Cat. I mean, also, I probably should not have had Primus on that high a shelf.
Yeah. Kitty Cat, Destroyer of Worlds.
Yeah, literally. This looks like this part should pop back on, so that's good. Alright. Also having him, you know, fall on my arm from like 3 feet up was not great.
Ouch. Having him fall on your arm from...
Yes. Anyway, okay. So we'll get back to
Kazama gets to draw so many interesting background generics, although some of them aren't generics, but I can't identify.
Yeah, like Fix It. Yay!
Oh yeah, that's probably the best page. Well, best and worst because it's got the twins from the movie.
Yeah.
Cusses. But it's a good Windblade, and Windblade has a lady friend of unidentifiable design.
That seems to be RC from Prime.
But she's got, like, more stuff on her head that's different.
I mean, at first I did think it was Chromia, because Chromia, having been introduced into the series by Sarah Stone, does not have a nose. And as we know, that is the Prime defining characteristic of the Prime universe, so they do not have noses. But yes, she's got some additional ornamentation, but I think it's pretty obviously supposed to be, or at least supposed to be based on Prime RC.
Yeah, RC based. Oh, maybe that's one of those, what the hell, the, local prefecture primes that they had in Japan.
Oh, maybe.
Back were those. Because they were based upon existing toys, but they were wackier designs.
Mm-hmm. And there's that guy from the movie, like, Revenge of the Fallen line, who was, like, the weird vampire car guy.
Oh, what, shoot.
I only even remember him because I actually bought him. I think he might have been named Dead End.
Yeah, because there was, like, 3 different continuity versions of movie Dead End. None of which lined up.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. It's Dead End, Revenge of the Fallen. I mean, I assume that it's him because he's, got the sort of spindly hands, and also he's got, like, a little bat wing thing going with his doors. So, presumably, it is creepy bat guy. Dead End. Yay! So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I was saying, I feel like More Than Meets the Eye and Lost Light have sort of had those sort of convenient happy endings so much that, I mean, for one thing, me and unhappy endings are the best kind. I like it when everyone's miserable. So yeah, I really like this issue. And not in a happy, cheery way.
I don't think there's an out from this, which I think is a significant departure from More Than Meets the Eye / Lost Light.
Yeah, I mean, he's dead. At the end, he dies. That's it. He gets to die happily, at least, which is something.
Yeah, not a lot of Cybertronians get that.
Nope. And then at the end, RC is palling around with Aileron, which is interesting. And they argue about religion briefly.
Well, not so much argue as RC insults.
Well, yes. But yes.
But hey, RC's making a
saying
new friend.
your way of flame is designed to make you feel better about death by pretending it isn't real. Just like, don't make fun of my beliefs. Aw. But
Elon's
yeah.
making the cutest face.
She's gonna make friends with somebody who she can bond with about things other than being a murder hobo.
Yay!
Yay! So that's pretty cool. That's
also,
good.
I'm trying to remember if this was in the comic or just in people talking about the comic, but the implication that one of the reasons one of the reasons RC doesn't believe in reincarnation or doesn't want to believe in reincarnation is because, okay, if me and Sideswipe reincarnate, great. If any of the myriad people we've killed reincarnate, we're fucked.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I really like this issue. I like seeing Kei-Zama back on it, and hopefully she will continue on for a bit. The next issue we get some more Galvatron. Looks like backstory.
Yeah,
Very toyetic Galvatron in that preview photo.
Yeah, like original G1 toy.
Well, that's kind of how he was, and this is going to be a flashback to back when he was murdering, presumably, the Beast Transformers or whatever it was going on.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I like.
Should be fun.
That's what I gotta say.
Yep.
I liked it. It was a very appropriate and emotional, and it was a good twist. The art was really great. Coloring was really great. Lots of bright colors.
I feel like it was really representative of the modern era of Transformers comics and kind of encapsulates the whole concept of trying to get past the war and that having consequences.
Yeah. Thank you. Put it very well. Alright, so do you know if we have any comics next week? I think, do we have that ROM crossover next week?
We have Clue 2, DuckTales 0, ROM vs. Transformers Shining Armor #1.
Yay!
Some Star Trek stuff, some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff. Till All Are One #12.
Oh hey, we're gonna have two to talk about.
Yep.
Oh, the last one.
And the Amelia Cole Omnibus is getting released.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were into that Monkey Brain Comics production, get the Omnibus.
Interesting. All right. So yeah, we should have a couple things to talk about next week, and whatever exciting news. Hopefully no one else dies and or says super racist things while getting arrested in the meantime. But until then, call it a week here. This has been Jen.
And Alex.
And David.
Iacon Underground Radio is hosted by iaconunderground.net. We are listener-supported through Patreon, where you can help us cover the cost of running this show and our other podcast, Stasis Pod, at patreon.com/iaconunderground. We are on Twitter at IaconUG, Tumblr at iaconunderground.tumblr.com, and Facebook at facebook.com/iaconunderground. Oh, I'm sorry, my cat is making really great sounds at me right now. I'm being really amazing. Sorry. You can put that in the outtakes.